Hey folks, this is Jason here. It's part 2 of my build. Got my dog trying to be in the camera. Yeah, he's a good boy. But anyway, so this is Jason here, and I'm gonna talk to you about something I missed or left out from my part 1 video. And I made a mistake actually on telling you something that I bought. This injector that I replaced right here, that when you take that bolt out, pull the plastic clip off that's got the hose on it, that has your connector and your injector underneath it. That injector wasn't very expensive. It was only like $20. But I got, instead of 160, I think I told you it was, cc, 160 cc, that is incorrect. I actually bought the 140 cc 10 hole injector. So it's got 10 holes in it, which is 8 more than the factory one. The factory one only had 2 holes. So this injector may be way too big. I plan on running this on E85 because I need something that's going to have a higher octane, and I can't afford, race fuel to put in it every time. Not to mention a lot of stations up by me don't carry race fuel, but almost all of them now carry E85. So as long as I get a good summer blend of E85, which is when I'll be using this, it should be good to go. Anyway, that is a mistake that I made that I wanted to correct. Second of all, without rambling too much, I wanted to give a background on what I do and my background just real quick, so that you understand the nature of the work that I've done in the past and that I have experience with. Turbocharging is not something I'm new to. It's something I've been wanting to do to this scooter for a long time. I guess if it has an engine that's got oil pressure and fuel injection on it especially, which there's plenty of people doing carburetors with like a draw through system where they put the carburetor right here. But anyway, if it's got an engine and it runs, it seems like I want to turbocharge it, but I haven't done that with everything I own. But this is one thing that I've been wanting to really do, because I wanted to get more power out of it. And I know, even though it's a 49cc single cylinder, I know that piston, that motor's got enough power, enough exhaust pressure to turn that turbo. A turbo's small, I'm sure it can do it. And when it does, it's going to put boost into the intake. Well, this engine, I don't know if any of you know this, but these engines came with 12.5 to 1 compression. So there's a good chance I'm going to blow this thing up. But if I do, I'm putting a big bore kit on it, and I'm going to gap the rings properly for a turbo application. So anyway, what I wanted to do is I want to talk to you simply. I did do some simple wiring on this connector here. This is the rev limiter delete. This orange wire coming from my beast mode. Oh, sorry, just spilled something. Anyway, my beast mode fuel injection system that I got from Rolling Wrench. But that is part of the harness. It has a wire harness. It has two wire connectors that need to be hooked up. Now sometimes you'll have to cut this off, and that's what I had to do. And my application did not have these connectors on it. It had some different ones, so I cut that off, and you just simply splice that orange wire into this red and white wire going to this group of connectors right here. Anyway, so yeah, so that is your delete for your rev limiter. So that'll be nice to get rid of that thing. That thing hindered me. I felt like this engine could go. I could get the speedometer almost buried if I had a better, if I didn't have that rev limiter. but I didn't want to like blow the engine either, you know, over revving it and that, you know. So anyway, this is the other connector. This is the female side, and then the white is the male side, and these just splice into your fuel injection wire. That's what this, I think it's like an orange, it's orange with a red and blue wire. That's your fuel injection wire connector going to your injector. See, yeah, here's the other side of it. Yeah, orange and black with a red and blue wire. Anyway, so yeah, I am zip tying everything up as I go. I'm gonna probably unplug the connector from the ECU tuner. Yeah, not the ECU, but the tuner itself. I'm gonna unplug that and fish that up by where this stuff all goes up to the battery. These connectors, once I put the plastics on and the seat. But I just needed to test fit the seat on here now that I've got this blue hose in there, which I don't know. I think I made it to where it will clear. Also, I gotta extend this vacuum line, not to here, but to ahead of the turbo, so that it can have vacuum to it instead of, you know, I think it's just meant to be open air, honestly, though, because it just hooked into the backside of the air cleaner, so that it's about the same as like what the turbo would be pulling air. So I don't know what it just went on the back of this air filter box here, and just on there, just that nipple right there. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna clean this stuff up and either paint it or just clean it up and use it, or paint it black or something, I don't know, and clear coat it. But the paint on this is pretty scratched up. So this bike got tipped over a couple times. One time on a trailer, and one time it was parked on a muddy surface and it rained, and I forgot about it, and the clay got soft in the kickstand, and the thing tipped over in the wind, so it got scratched up, and a couple tabs broke off the side covers, and anyway, but yeah, having a little trouble getting the flange drilled out for the turbo. I drilled it out, but it's not all the way through. I got to get a really good hole saw, because it's just not getting through that stainless. It's pretty, you know, I think it's I'd say it's 3/8 stainless there, maybe 5/16, but it's, you know, it's hard. It's a hard material. I've never had good experience cutting through that stuff with anything like a hole saw, so I bought two, and they still weren't good enough. So they took the teeth off the hole saw. I hope I didn't overheat that steel, because once you get that stuff red hot, you will never get a drill bit through it. I don't care what you have, it won't go through it. So if I got that cut, you know, red hot with that hole saw, I'm gonna have to plasma cut that maybe, and that's gonna look terrible. So it'll look it'll cut you know, plasmas can cut clean, but you know, you never get a perfect circle. Even with a circle there for a template, it's gonna be, you know, oblong. At least for me, anyway. I can't seem to cut a circle to save my life. But anyway, I'm gonna take you over to the blow-off valve that I got yesterday after doing the video of part 1. That was one of the reasons I wanted to. Yeah, sorry about the mess. I'm working here, so I'm kind of making a mess. But here's a blow-off valve. I'm gonna probably paint that purple. I'm not a purple guy, so I'll probably paint that, and might even just paint the whole thing black. I don't know. I'll probably take the cap off and paint the horn, the air horn thing on it. But I believe these run on vacuum. Obviously the boost, or the gate opens up to let the boost out when your throttle closes, but but I think you have to have the vacuum signal. I think it's got vacuum until there's, I don't know. I don't know how that works. I think it's when the throttle slams shut, vacuum becomes present and pulls the thing open. Get out of here, dog. Go. Get out. Go lay down. Anyway, so yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, I think that's how it goes. I gotta double check on those because I can't. I gotta look in one of my books. But that's gonna be mounted. That's aluminum, by the way. I wish that was stainless. That'd make my life easy. But that is aluminum, so I'm gonna have to do some kind of hose connector to get that, mated to that stainless. So I'm gonna cut a hole in here with a hole saw bit, weld a piece of a stainless tube to it, like a reducer to fit this tubing. Then it's gonna step up to this bigger tubing on here, be about the same size as that, and then I'm gonna have a short piece of a coupler, hose coupler, basically, of silicone hose with two clamps here, holding that on, and probably oops, I didn't drop that, but hold it on, maybe face it down or face it towards people so they can hear it when I'm driving. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'll probably do something like that, yeah. So it's facing outward, and then yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't want it. I want it up higher. I don't want anything, causing me, if I got to come around a tight corner, I don't want to, drag on the ground. So I may end up doing the hole right there, just facing that thing, whatever direction I feel like. I think, yeah, I don't want it blocking my air filter in any way, but I think that I could make it work there. Facing, outward. I think that'd be kind of cool. People would be surprised to see a scooter buzz by them, and you come up to a red light or something, and you dump your throttle, close your throttle, and psh, I think it'd be kind of cool. But it's not about that as much as it is about not stalling that turbo when that throttle closes. I don't want to wreck that. That's a Garrett turbo. That's not a cheap turbo. So anyway, back up, dog. Get back. Chase, get back. Go sit down. I need you to go lay down. Anyway, get back. Go lay down. Go over there. Go over there. Good boy. Alright. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm sorry that video I kind of rambling and talking with my dog over here or whatever. But I'm going to fit this seat on next, make sure it fits good, and I'll let you know how that worked. And then also, when I get ready to weld this, maybe I'll do a video on welding a little bit for you guys that maybe don't have experience with TIG welding. I could maybe help you with certain things, or you could kind of see my setup. Maybe I'll put it up there. Anyway, but yeah, I'll try to maybe do a video on that. But I gotta come up with a way for the person that's holding the camera to not get blinded, so they're gonna probably have to have a welding mask on as well. I don't have one of them fancy filters for my phone, and that's what I'm filming on, is a phone. So I apologize. I'm not one of these people that's got all this camera equipment, and I wouldn't know how to run it if I had it. So anyway, thanks for watching. We're going to cut it off here, and I appreciate your time. This is part 2. I'll do a part 3 that'll be a little more in depth, and might even be running. I might even have a running machine by the time I'm done with part 3, or I'll get it running and then do the part 3. I don't know, but you'll be informed on what I do. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, just comment below. I'm going to keep an eye on these videos, and I'll try to respond to anybody. Thank you for watching. See ya.